So back in, I think it was 2005, Laura had a friend who invited us to start coming to the church. And so she started coming by herself for a few weeks, and I think she came to Taste of Green Trails. And then we started coming after that, but Catherine in the nursery, and we came for a while. At that time, Laura was pregnant with our boys. So once they were born, once Ryan and Connor were born, we kind of stopped coming for a while. Had a lot going on with the twins and the 2.5-year-old at home and whatnot. And then it took us a little while to get back into it, but we kind of made a resolution to ourselves that we were going to get back to coming to church. So I think there were two, so that would have been in 2006, we started coming back. And then actually in June, Father's Day, we joined the church, and actually on the same day the boys were baptized. And so that's kind of how we got going. It was later that year that I was asked to serve on church council as a at-large member, so starting in 2007. So then in 2007 I started my 3-year term on church council, so that 2007 through 2009. And then for the 2009 year I was asked to serve on trustees, so I've been on trustees since then, so I'm in my 2nd year of that. And so that's kind of the different committees I've been on so far. I think I was on a men's retreat with Scott Bailey Kirk, and we were just talking about camp and Blue Mountain and whatnot, and I just kind of talked about how it sounded like fun, and it actually turned out that year that they had a counselor kind of drop out at the last minute, and so I wound up getting involved there and saying I would go to camp. So kind of as preparation for that, in the few weeks or month or so before that, I started coming to youth group and getting a little bit involved, and just so I kind of had some exposure to the kids prior to camp, and that's kind of how it started. So after camp, I kind of kept being involved, kept coming to youth group, and started coming on Sunday mornings to the Rejuve, and just getting to know the kids better, and just getting more involved. And then once we started doing the Rejuve lessons study that we're doing now, where we kind of started splitting up the mid-high and the senior high, and I started teaching in senior high. That's when I really got more engaged, and it really started making a difference for me, because having to prepare that lesson, every other week and sometimes every week, really just got me more engaged with, really with God, and just learning more as I prepared to teach. Just sometimes just being able to kind of, especially on Sunday nights when it's more casual, just being able to kind of hang out and mess around and goof around and, give them a hard time and have them give it right back. Just actually forming what feels like a friendship with them, and just, being able to hang out, and I kind of feel like, we can talk casually about some different topics, and it just makes things a lot easier for me to talk to them and them to talk to me, I think, and it gives me a different perspective on my faith walk, just kind of seeing them at the point that they are and me at the point I am, and just kind of seeing the different perspectives on it. I really think that I've gotten more out of it than I've given, and I doesn't mean I haven't given much, because I think I try to give a lot, but I definitely get a lot out of being involved, not just with working with the different students, but the different adults that are involved as well. Just it's made a big difference in my life and formed some friendships that I didn't have before.